Thane Bryling, at your service.
Be quick.
If you have
I
business,
little patience
please
for
see
mundane
Falk
concerns.
Firebeard. There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of. However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold, and who owns at least one piece of property in my city. You help my people and purchase a house from my steward, and I'll make you my Thane. Good luck to you. Be well. Pray for Solitude.
May the
and
gods
my
watch over your battles, friend. Splendid. There's a house available right now. Wonderful. Here is the key to your new home. I'd be glad to help you. And of course, don't forget... Now, what would you like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Very well. Is there anything else you'd like to purchase? Anyone with a stout heart like yours is welcome
Be quick.
here.
I have little patience for mundane concerns.
Sabil Stentor has a grasp of magical theory that I would never have expected from a human.
Blood.
No Breton. No doubt most folk in Skyrim consider the dragons terrifying. I find them wondrous. I make sure Erica keeps breathing. No, that honor is Sabil Stentor's. A smart man steers clear of Stentor, and keeps himself out of the dungeon when she's having a bad day. Let's just say that the headsman's axe may not be the worst way for a Solitude jail prisoner to die. Look at that. I've told you to watch your tongue, and mine is waggling. I've said enough. You are free to leave.
The Imperials are good for business, and business is good for Skyrim.
I can always find time to share a word with a warrior.
Simply can't make do without
Is everything all right? I've not heard from Sorley or Pactor in some time. That's good news. I was starting to fear something had happened. You have my thanks. It's been an honor.
Bryling's obsession with honor and tradition is quaint, but politically irrelevant.
Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperials. But what can I help you with? I think I would, if it weren't for my son and my wife. Oh, Seema would have my hide if I even suggested I might step foot on a battlefield. You think Stormcloaks and Legionnaires are dangerous? Ha! It's almost all I have time for these days. The men training here in Solitude, and the troops out in the field, they all need weapons and armor. You should look into joining. They could use every hand they can get. To be honest, no. But High King Torrig supported them. And now, her lady Elisif has thrown in with them. You could say I'm a king's man at heart. I guess that's Jarl's man now. My loyalty lies with Solitude. So, where Jarl Elisif leads, I follow. Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
Spiced wine for you? It's a family recipe.
Fresh fish! Fresh fish!
Oh, yes. A secret family recipe. The only good thing my father Octave ever did. In fact, it's so good, no one else in Skyrim even tries to make any.
Get your fresh fruit and produce here.
They're adequate. Honestly, I rely on the business brought in by the burning of King Olaf, and that's not likely to happen this year.
The finest fish here.
Well, it's a great big festival put on by the bards every year. They burn an effigy of old King Olaf. It's quite a bit of fun. The bards give out spiced wine during the festival, so they put it in a big order. And then, for weeks after, demand is so high, I can barely keep up. But with the death of High King Torrig, the festival has been declared in poor taste. So it looks like it won't happen this year. Good luck out there. Seems like a tough time to be wandering Skyrim.
As High Priest of the Eight Divines, I bid you welcome.
Plenty of fresh fish for you. Down at the docks. There are a few good spots if you can avoid the East Empire company workers and those red wave thugs. Svari, yes. It's been hard on her. The girl misses her uncle. I've tried to explain that Rogvir did something bad, and that we all have to be accountable for our actions. But the child feels what she will. These are troubled times. Be on your guard out there.
You look like you could do with a ripe apple, or a tomato, cabbage, or leek. I have my ways, but it's not easy these days. The Black Blood marauders have been plundering ships off the coast. A lot of people been hurt by their foolishness. Everyone who's anyone. Viarmo bought an apple the other day. Said he was looking for a new student.
From the fjords.
Come back when you figure out how to spend money.
Unless we have specific business, I'm not interested.
If you're heading to the Blue Palace, you might want to rethink that outfit. Nothing at all. It's very nice. If you want something with a little more style, however, you should come by our shop, Radiant Raiment. We could fix you right up. You're really going to the Blue Palace? That presents an opportunity. If you are willing to wear one of Radiant Rament's outfits and speak to the Jarl, I would not only pay you, but let you keep the outfit. Good. Here's the outfit. Try to get Elisif's opinion on it, and if she likes it, mention it's from Radiant Raiment. Remember... radiant raiment when you need a change of attire.
Oh, are you my gallant hero? Have you come to whisk me away to a life of adventure and romance?
Jarls come and Jarls go, but a good cook stays for a lifetime. And I'm a very, very good cook.
It's a fine day. If you have business, please see Falk Firebeard, my steward. It's quite fetching, actually. The craftsmanship is excellent. Oh, really? Well, you can tell them that I will be putting in a request for a few dresses quite soon. Be well. Pray for Solitude and my husband.
Spare some gold for a veteran? What? You see a man falling on hard times, and you think he's been like that forever? I was there. I fought in the Great War. I was on the field at Anvil. And when I was struck down, they left me. You understand? They left me for dead. I didn't leave them. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Divines bless you.
Why, hello. Here to buy? If you have to ask the price, you might be in the wrong store. That's wonderful. You've done us a great service. As promised, the outfit is yours, and here's something for your trouble. It's not an insult, just an observation. If I were walking around with a wound, I would want you to tell me to see a doctor. Your outfit is something of an open wound, where attire is concerned. Thank you for your... Grenade.
Solid. For a long time, but war. War follows a man until it's done with him. Spare some gold. What? I was there. You understand? They left me for dead. I didn't leave them. It's best you leave me be.
Seems there's always more to be done. I showed up to watch, yeah. I don't know if they were right to execute him for what he did, but I'll tell you something. It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Listen, Rogvir and I grew up together. It was us, a few others, and Vivienne. Vivienne Onus. I have no idea why, but one day I told Rogvir I liked her. It was a stupid thing to do. He mocked me incessantly after that. From that point forward, every time Vivienne and I were anywhere close to each other, he made sure to humiliate me. He beat me up, dumped meat on my head, anything he could get away with. Once he even slipped a beehive into my bed. We were children, sure, but Rogvir never outgrew that immaturity or his cruelty. So any talk about him being an honorable Nord? Pure folly. I was done talking anyway. Glad you decided to check us out.
Ah, you're just in time. Working with the Guild again is the best decision I've ever made. Protection, respect, and a constant flow of coin. It couldn't get any better. Best of all, there's no need to smuggle things quietly anymore. With the influence we have in Solitude, I can march it right out the front door. Just remember me if you get your hands on anything else.
Take my advice. Never gamble. Damn Irnskar has me in debt up to the eyes. Too many drinking games, too many bets, and I'm too old to ever raise the coin on my own. He's a stubborn oaf. I don't know what good it'll do. You should speak to my daughter, Yvette. She's the brains of the family.
I'm a little busy at the moment. You were there for Rogvir's execution. Perhaps, but necessary. My cousin Fura is somewhere out there in Skyrim right now, fighting Ulfric Stormcloak and his damned insurrectionists. She wouldn't have to be there at all if it weren't for Rogvir. And my aunt wouldn't have to worry about her daughter. You really don't know? He lets Ulfric Stormcloak escape Solitude. Ulfric rides in, murders the High King, and Rogvir lets him ride right back out. Most people head over to the Winking Skeever. If you're not interested in music or drink, you can at least talk to Corpulus. He can fill you in on any of the latest gossip. People to see and places to go.
Are you here to talk about my brother? Rogvir. He opened a gate, and they executed him for it. He opened a gate, and the wrong man rode out of it. If that man hadn't been Ulfric Stormcloak. If Ulfric hadn't killed High King Torrig. But it was Ulfric, and he did kill the High King in honorable combat. My brother refused to allow the Imperials to take revenge for the deed. So now he's dead. Then like Rogvir, you have a Nord's heart. It's hard for many of the people here to understand. I think Aldous understands. I don't think I could have stayed here if anyone else had... I think I need to be done talking for the moment.
As I'm afraid I'm running errands at the moment, but please visit me later at the Temple of the Blood.
Unless we have specific business, I'm not interested. Debts are debts. Either he pays them, or his kind do. Fine. You sound like a priest of Mara, but I get your point. Tell him to forget about the gold. Keep your sword, Armstrong. When I was a young rascal, I broke a man's arm with a single...
Being old's not so bad. I'm too old to work, but that don't make me too old to drink. You've done a fine thing for me. You know, I used to be quite a warrior in my day. Let me show you a thing or two. You should speak to my daughter, Yvette. She's the brains of the family. got nothing better to do than bother an old man?
Got lots of things to take care of. What do you need? Watch your feet. We just cleaned there.
Oh, hello. Just tidying up.
It's so good to see you again.
If you have business, please see Falk Firebeard. Then by my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Hafengar. Congratulations. I grant you a personal housecarl to watch over your home, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble now. Be well. Pray for Solitude and my husband.
Sabiel's Centaur. No doubt most folk in Skyrim consider the dragons terrifying. I find them. Working for Erica may be below my stature, but the
Hey, watch it!
Out with it.